Hello, my name is Paul Harfleet and I am an artist. This video is about the Pansy Project Pledge, a new incarnation of the Pansy Project. In 2005, I experienced 3 separate incidences of homophobic hate crime on the street. Angered and upset, I wanted to make some work that explored this issue. After a period of research and development, I returned to each location where I had experienced abuse and planted a single pansy. I took a photograph, named it after the abuse, and then posted it on my website. I was immediately aware of the impact of this piece of work. What it did is it changed the way I navigated the streets. I no longer associated that location just with the abuse. I came to think of it as somewhere where I had resisted that abuse. And the experience of planting the pansy was healing. I was also immediately aware that I could plant pansies for other people. So since 2005, I've been traveling. I've been all over the UK, to Europe, to America, and to Canada to plant pansies for other people who've experienced homophobia and transphobia. The experience has been moving and impactful. I've heard stories from hundreds of people, hearing about the unique challenges that face the LGBTQ+ family across the world. Each pansy is temporary. It doesn't last very long. I plant it, document it, and then days later it could be gone. So I wanted to make some other work that helped promote the idea and the concept. In 2010, I designed a garden with my brother Tom at the Hampton Court Palace Flower Show. This was an opportunity for me to tell the story of the Pansy Project and share some of the stories that I had experienced until that point. I've also collaborated with Tatty Divine. I've made t-shirts and sweatshirts. And in 2017, I released a book called Pansy Boy that I wrote and illustrated. That book has given me the opportunity to visit schools, to talk to young people about their experiences of bullying. So that's a very quick tour of the Pansy Project. You can find out much more on thepansyproject.com. But now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Pansy Project Pledge. In 2019, I visited the New Art Festival in Stavanger in Norway. This was the first time I went to a place and couldn't find any pansies to plant. So I had to think on my feet. What I decided to do was to paint a pansy at each location rather than plant. This is a new way of me exploring the work, and it was a really interesting context because it was a street art festival. People were much more easily able to understand that it was an artwork rather than a conceptual guerrilla gardening sort of thing. So I went around Stavanger and painted pansies. It was a new incarnation of the project, and became a new arm of what I do in every place. Later that year, I visited New York and painted and planted pansies. As this area of work was developing, 2020 approached. So in 2020, Antwerp Queer Arts Festival invited me to Antwerp, and of course I couldn't go. I was forced to find a new way to deliver the Pansy Project in my absence. So what I decided to do was to draw a new pansy, print it, more or less life-size, and cut it out. This is in reference really to street artists who use something they call paste-ups. I say they, I suppose I am a street artist too. And so this is what it looked like. It is a life-size pansy, beautifully printed, cut out by me. Part of the development of this piece was that I installed one of the pansies in my living room. I realized it was just a very beautiful little pansy placed at floor level that could be imbued with the history of the Pansy Project. I gave it to other people and installed it in their homes, and I noticed that it had the same impact. Any visitor to your home can then be introduced to the history of the Pansy Project by this innocent looking pansy. As time went on, I realized that I could potentially deliver this product to businesses and organizations to help educate people about the Pansy Project and the challenges that the LGBTQ+ family face every day. I'm now introducing this as the Pansy Project Pledge. My idea is that this paste art placed in any environment can symbolise that your organisation or business is committed to exploring and understanding the challenges that we face as a community. This is a new thing, but what it is not is a sanction from me to say that your business or organisation is an LGBTQ friendly space. It's a symbol to say that you're willing to listen and learn. So there it is, the Pansy Project Pledge. There's lots more information about all of my work on thepansyproject.com. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.